it is your buddy Peace and Harmony with you here today, and we're zooming in and focusing in a little bit more in depth on understanding the cycle, the pattern of pathological relationships, ones that are imbued with emotional manipulation, set up really when you are involved with a malignant narcissist, a sociopath, a psychopath, someone who's on a spectrum of a cluster B personality disorder, who you are finding you had really fallen in love with really quite strongly early on into the relationship. You had admired them, you had esteemed them, maybe you even were attracted to them more than you were attracted to life itself. So you began to really over-idealize this person. But furthermore, in the midst of it, this person failed to show you your strength. They failed to show you and reflect back to you your goodness. So you felt always, maybe subconsciously or subatomically, that there was something a little bit awry in the relationship, that things were out of balance, that perhaps that you felt underneath them or submissive to them because of their sometimes either very strong and silent personality, such as we see with the covert narcissist, or really sort of the overly domineering relationship that we see in the overt narcissist, the malignant narcissist, who is really, exuding the charm, the charisma, who's the real talkative individual, or really the psychopath, who really is very severe on that spectrum. And realizing that this cycle is a repeating cycle, so it's not like it just ebbs and flows, but it becomes, one of the crucial things is the idealizing, the love bombing, and then the devaluing. Really any healthy relationship is going to be wrought with, sometimes with constructive criticism, but not devaluation. Devaluation is meant to solidify your position as underneath, less than, or not as good enough. And the relationship with the narcissist oftentimes is very much pointed out that how they secure this is that they will oftentimes not be there to protect you or validate you. They will not be there to back you up. They will not be there to forgive. They will not be there to love you in a very human way, which means, to err is human, to have fault is human. People are less than perfect, and an individual who does not seem to acknowledge this on a very real and genuine basis is oftentimes one of the indicators that this person is, in that cluster B category. And you oftentimes find that you're having to explain basic human emotions, like forgiveness, like patience, like kindness, like gentleness, like listening. You find that you're having to explain these very basic human emotions to them, and they seem like they're just not getting it. And you find yourself having to educate them or really sort of inform them about what it's like to be you, and they don't show an interest or a really understanding of what it is to be in your shoes. So they just don't get you, and you find you're having to work extremely hard to get them to understand you, what it's like to be you, what it's like to be yourself as a person. And it's not just like, oh wow, I have some idiosyncrasies I need to be listened to. They make you feel like there's something idiosyncratic or very unique about you, the fact that you need to be listened to, the fact that you might get sick, the fact that you might be late, the fact that you might make a mistake with a dinner, the fact that you might lose your job. It's really in the tough times that you also see the narcissist or the psychopath crumble. If you get sick, if you lose your job, if something happens where you really need their support, you need their backing up, and you need their protection, you'll oftentimes find that this is when you see their true colors. They're not really there for you. And it's not like they have to drop everything and come and rush to see you. Although someone who loves you, it would be a priority and they would be there for you. They're just not there. They have other things going on in their life, which is them. They're all that's going on in their life. So it is their needs, it's their goals, it's whatever's on, their docket for the day. And they're not there to really be there supportive of you. Really, and then that's part of the cycle. So And oftentimes the cycle just keeps going downward. So if you see these patterns and you have felt this way, you have felt invalidated and unacknowledged, especially during tough times, and you start seeing this repetitive cycle, then you have to realize that perhaps you had better turn the attention, the care, the compassion on yourself, and realize that you have to be there to pull up yourself by the bootstraps. You have to be there when you fall. You have to redirect your emotions. You have to stop trying to get them satisfied from an individual who might be, or very well severely is, in that cluster B personality, because they definitely are not there in those very more human times, such as when you are sick, when you lose a job, to hear you when you're kind of feeling down or feeling blue. If you find that they're shying away from you in these experiences and they're not giving you the time of day, then most likely you are dealing with someone who is not only emotionally manipulative, lacking empathy, or has really a pathological a sense of self-importance, but someone who perhaps isn't a true friend, a true confidant, a true good spouse for you in this situation. It's time to take a realistic assessment and understand and believe that you deserve better. It is your buddy, Peace and Harmony, with you here today, and I hope that these videos do help. Please share and please subscribe for more great tools, videos, discussion, and support.